Let's imagine that we want to mix a gram of calcium hydroxide into a half a liter of water. And what we're worried about is, will some of that precipitate? Well, we can use the solubility product constant to figure that out. So as always, we want to write a reaction. This is the dissolution equation for calcium hydroxide. And we want to write out the KSP expression. So there are three main steps to a problem like this. What we want to do is assume that all of our solute dissolves, and so we just want to calculate that concentration, assuming that it all dissolves. The next thing we do is take those ion concentrations from step 1 and plug them into the KSP expression, and we get a number we'll call Q, and we're going to compare that number to the KSP. And when we do that comparison, if our number Q is greater than KSP, that means that some of the solution, some of the solute, is going to precipitate. If it's less, then we're okay. None will precipitate. So we'll start by calculating the number of moles of calcium hydroxide in a gram. And that's a pretty simple calculation. We just need the formula weight of calcium hydroxide, and that's 74 grams per mole. Now our units cancel, and the number of moles of calcium hydroxide is 0.0135. Now we're only making a half a liter of this solution, so we need to calculate the concentration by dividing 0.0135 moles of solute by half a liter to get 0.270 molar in calcium hydroxide. Then, just looking at the mole ratio from the balanced equation, we can see that the concentration of calcium 2+ in our theoretical solution is 0.0270, and the concentration of hydroxide ions is twice that, so 0.054, and those are both molar concentrations. Now we can plug those numbers into our KSP expression, and we'll call that number Q. So that's just the calcium ion concentration times the hydroxide ion concentration squared. We'll plug in our numbers, 0.0270 and 0.0540. That gets squared. And our result is about 7 times 10 to the minus fifth. So we can compare Q and KSP now, and we see that Q is greater than KSP, and that means that some of this solution is going to precipitate, or some of the calcium hydroxide that we put into the solution is going to precipitate. It'll be a saturated solution.